Hey everyone, Ben here, and with the Nintendo Switch coming out in just a few days, I decided to give my own little retrospective to the preceding console, the Wii U. So the Wii U, as many of you know, did not sell too well, and I think there are many clear reasons behind it. I specifically remember the day the Wii U was announced at E3 back in 2011. I, being a much dumber and more naive kid back in the day, thought that the Wii U was an add-on to the Wii, which is apparently what a lot of people thought throughout the Wii U's lifespan. The biggest reason behind this is the name, Wii U. Aside from it not sounding too great, sounds kinda dumb, like we did, the fact that the only change to the title was a tiny little U over there really made it come off as an add-on to the Wii. I remember getting so excited for the Wii U, so excited for this add-on to the Wii. But then I saw some videos of people showing the console itself, not the gamepad, but the box. And people were raving how it had HDMI, it had all these things that the Wii did not have. That, my friends, is how I knew that the Wii U was a separate console. Nintendo did not do much to make it clear. I had to look at videos from YouTubers that weren't Nintendo. That to me should have been a clear indication on the eventual failure of this device, but I was still really excited for it and I couldn't wait to get it in my hands and play all the amazing Nintendo games that are going to be on the console. Of course, the biggest selling point was the gamepad itself. Now, I know a lot of people hated the gamepad for whatever reason. I loved the gamepad. I like the asymmetrical dual-screen gaming given to us by the console, much like what the DS did. I also loved being able to play games off of the TV and on the gamepad. As someone who lives in a house with 3 siblings and my parents, there was a lot of times where they wanted to watch TV while I was playing a game on the Wii U. But thanks to the gamepad, I was able to let them watch TV while I just continue playing on the gamepad. It's amazing. I love the gamepad. Actually, I'm gonna be honest, I'm kinda gonna miss asymmetrical dual-screen gaming when the Switch launches. But at least I can still play away from the TV. In fact, I can play on the Switch anywhere I go, which is something that the Wii U couldn't do. But of course, what is a console without a great library of games? And the Wii U had a very strong library. Here is just a selection of my favorite games on the Wii U. I'm gonna go through all of them. First, of course, we got Nintendo Land, the game that came with the console. It basically showed what the gamepad can do in terms of asymmetrical gaming, and it was so much fun to play. I play it with my siblings a lot, and I still kind of play it to this day. It's just a really fun party game. I actually like it a lot more than Wii Sports back when the Wii came out. I think this one just has a better variety of games, and it's just overall much more fun to play. Then we got Splatoon. Splatoon is perhaps one of the most creative and most inventive shooter games I've ever played. Every other shooter game is just pew 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 pew, killing people pew 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 pew. But Splatoon was not only a really fun shooter, but it had a real strategy element to it as well. Basically, the idea of the game is to cover the turf with more of your ink than your opponent's. So there's really that strategy element in this game as well. It's just so much fun to play and so much fun to think through how you're going to beat your opponents. Next we got Mario Kart 8. Mario Kart 8 to me is one of the best, if not the best, Mario Kart games out there. I really like the anti-gravity mechanic in the game. I think some really creative tracks were built out of it, and I gotta admit, it is so cool to just see your surroundings completely upside down while you are completely right side up. It's just so much fun to play. I love Mario Kart 8 so much. Next we have what ended up being some of my favorite non-Nintendo games ever made. Bayonetta and Bayonetta 2. So I never got to play Bayonetta when it came out on the Xbox 360 because I didn't have an Xbox 360. So I was really glad that alongside Bayonetta 2, they gave us a remastered edition of the original Bayonetta. The game is so much fun, the gameplay is so cool, the story is incredible, and the characters are just so riveting and badass, and I love these games so much! Next up we have what I think is a very underrated game. The Wonderful 101. So the Wonderful 101 has a very unique mechanic behind it, where you gather a whole bunch of citizens and heroes to create all these different weapons. You can create a gun, you can create an arm, you can create a sword, you can create all these really cool things out of people that you basically just round up. And I really liked what it did with asymmetrical gaming and the Wii U Gamepad. I think it really used the Wii U Gamepad to its advantage. It was so much fun to play, and I love this game so much, and if you have a Wii U and haven't bought this game, I highly recommend you do so. Next up, we got New Super Mario Bros. U. I'm gonna be honest, this game is basically the same as all of the other New Super Mario Bros. Games, but you know what? It's an idea that works, and works well. I love the New Super Mario Bros. Game, even if they don't really bring anything new to the gameplay experience. I still think it's just a lot of fun to play. It's an amazing Mario experience, and I just think it's just so much fun to play, and I love it. Speaking of Mario, next we got Super Mario 3D World. This is perhaps one of my favorite Mario games. I love Super Mario 3D Land on the 3DS, I love the layout of the game, and I think Super Mario 3D World really translated that well onto the Wii U. There's a lot of really cool new power-ups like Cat Mario, the Double Cherry, and a bunch of other ones as well. And it's just a really fun gameplay experience. Yes, it is not technically a true 3D Mario game as it's not open world, it's a lot more linear, but I absolutely adore this game. Just being honest with you guys. I love it. Next up, we got Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. I love the Donkey Kong Country games, and I was very happy when I saw them revive it with Donkey Kong Country back in the Wii days. And Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze improved on Donkey Kong Country Returns in basically every single way. It was just as much fun to play, and even brought some cool new features to it as well, including being able to play as other characters that aren't Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong. Here you're allowed to play as Dixie Kong and Cranky Kong. Yes, Cranky Kong. On a side note, when Nintendo did say they had one more character to reveal, I kinda did predict it was Cranky Kong, although I did do that a bit jokingly. But I'm still proud of myself for that prediction, that's for sure. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. It's a really fun game. Not to mention the game looks gorgeous. I mean, just Donkey Kong's fur alone, it's beautiful. It's like you could see every strand. It's so amazing. So if you're a Donkey Kong fan and haven't picked up this game yet, you should definitely do that. Next, we got Yoshi's Woolly World. Now, remember the game Yoshi's New Island? It came out on the 3DS not too long before this game, and while it was a lot of fun to play, there wasn't really anything new about it. This is basically what Yoshi's New Island should have been. This game is just so unique and so different from the other Yoshi's Island games. I love the yarn mechanic, I love how the game looks, the graphics are beautiful. And overall, it's just a really fun, unique game. Next up, we have The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD. This game is perhaps my favorite Zelda game of all time. That is, until Breath of the Wild comes out. And I think what I loved so much about this game is the way it expanded on the Zelda world. The story was very emotional. Yes, I shed a few tears. Maybe more than a few. It's just a really emotional game, guys. And I loved how you were able to control the wind with the Wind Waker, you know, the little baton that Toon Link is holding. And I loved riding the Red Lion across this vast ocean and exploring other islands. It was so incredible to experience. And the art style, oh my god, the art style. It is beautiful. I love the really cartoony design. I think they made it work really well in Zelda. And honestly, I cannot believe that at one point people were actually against the art style, because it's an amazing art style. And the HD remaster is mind-blowingly gorgeous. The colors and everything just pops. It's beautiful. So yeah, Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD. My favorite Legend of Zelda game of all time. As of now. And of course, what would my favorite games on the Wii U be without Super Smash Bros. For Wii U? This game brought in so many new Smash Bros. Characters, and the DLC characters only added to that. You have this really wide variety of characters to play as. It's amazing. And it's one of my favorite fighting games ever made, and it's so much fun to play under any circumstances, whether it's at a party, with friends, anywhere, anytime. Especially with the 3DS version as well, I think they complement each other perfectly. This is definitely my favorite Smash Bros. Game they've made. And that's all of my favorite Wii U games. I think overall it had an incredible library of games. The one problem I had with the library though was the fact that there was no Zelda game that was originally meant for the Wii U. We had Wind Waker HD, we had Twilight Princess HD, but those were remakes. They weren't built for the Wii U and only for the Wii U. Breath of the Wild was supposed to be only on the Wii U, but then they decided to release it on the Switch as well. So that left the Wii U with no original exclusive Zelda game, which is kind of a bummer. But other than that, it had a fantastic library of games. A few shortcomings, for example, where's my Metroid, where's my true 3D Mario, where's all of the games that the fans wanted. But by the looks of it, the Nintendo Switch is going to be fixing the problems that the Wii U library had. Of course, I still love the library of games that the Wii U had, though. So overall, I love the Wii U. I loved everything about it. I loved the gamepad, I loved the dual screen gaming. I just loved the console itself. I loved the games that were on it. To me, it was an amazing console. And the end of the Wii U's lifespan, especially with Nintendo ceasing production of the Wii U consoles, really feels like the end of an era. The Wii U was there for me at a very pivotal moment in my life, where I was transitioning from high school to university, among many other personal things that were going on in my life. The Wii U was there the whole time. And I have to thank it for it, and I have to thank Nintendo for that. If anyone at Nintendo is watching, I know that the console didn't sell well, and I know people had mixed feelings towards it, but I think it was an amazing console. And it's kind of sad to think that in the next video I make, the Wii U will be completely dead, and I will have a Nintendo Switch in my hands. Granted, I am very excited for the Nintendo Switch. Very, very excited. But I am kind of going to miss the Wii U and its dual screen gaming. So I guess my final words are, Wii U, you had a good run, but bring on the Nintendo Switch. So anyways, what did you guys think of the Wii U? What were some of your favorite games? Did you like the console as much as I did? Comment below, let me know. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you'll be notified when my next videos come out. The next few videos I make are all gonna be related to the Nintendo Switch and the games that are coming out for it. So it'll definitely be good for you to get notified as to when those videos come out. I'll see you when the Nintendo Switch launches. Bye.